umbiakin di sengitiri na to kawe o yegitun oke awinge iweriomu Albuquerque ota. So hello, I'm Jovita Belgard. I'm from Okeawinge, Isleta, and I'm Turtle Mountain Chippewa. I am the Native Youth Program Coordinator at the Coalition to Stop Violence Against Native Women. If you could dream anything for food sovereignty in our tribal communities, what would it be? I think we really need to start an Indigenous seed bank. And it's also something that we've been connected to since time immemorial, like our land-body connection. And so if we could kind of bridge that gap and help people reconnect to their ancestral ways of farming and growing their own food.
Hello everybody, my name is Aaron Loudon. I'm from Acoma, Pueblo, Mexico, from the Bear and Yellowcorn clans. Jovita told me about the inspiration she had to do that work, to do that seed work, and to give people and folks that healing and that space to be able to grow for themselves and provide food for themselves, especially with the pandemic happening. It really showed a lot of the gaps in access to food for a lot of our folks. So we provided some seeds from our seed bank, a pretty large seed grant, so they can help establish their seed bank. We gave them some materials, give them a whole in-depth seed saving training. We gave them a whole historical analysis on food sovereignty and where we're at with that and in our different nations and why our food systems have been disrupted to the point they are now. And a lot of this intergenerational practice of revitalizing these practices within our communities and connections and grassroots organizations.
I'm from the Pueblo of Nambe. My name is Kai Smith. I was the one that I'd gather the plants and I'd give them to like the window or I'd put them in the bag.
Hello everyone, my name is Markel Musgrave. I am the Membership and Communications Director for the Coalition to Stop Violence Against Native Women. We had restrictions, right, on we have a community garden, but people can't really come together or gather. And so the garden boxes allowed a way for people to safely to be at home and still have that connection and still have that practice. Just kind of allow people to take care of something on a smaller scale and physically, be able to take care of them. So I think there's a lot of interest just from that specific method. It made it more accessible for all generations.
My name is Lavon Yazi and I am a member of the Navajo Nation. Lily is my daughter and she is half Navajo, a quarter Zuni, and a quarter Hispanic. They had posted about the garden project and I had asked Lily, we didn't have anything going on that day, and I said, do you want to go pick up a gardening box? And I was so surprised because I just assumed it would just be the potting soil and some seeds, but they had done garden boxes and they gave you instructions. And I think the thing that was really cool for me was that they gave you a bunch of rare kinds of beans. So it goes back to the reemergence of some of those older kinds of beans that aren't mass produced and that are kept by different various tribes. So that was really interesting for us. So I was telling Lily some of these beans come from specific areas and specific regions, and it's not readily available to the masses. And I think that's important to keep those old strains of vegetables and produce alive and accessible.
So my name is Lily. I think it's really fascinating about this. It's nice, and I think it's really cool on what they're doing for people. It makes them feel better about themselves and their background and history. My favorite part, personally, is watching it grow itself. It's such a unique thing to do and watch it grow into a beautiful plant or crop.
The more resources that there are for Indigenous women living in the city, I think it's so important. If anything, I would encourage more Indigenous women or just Indigenous families in general to take advantage of the resources that are available to them being an urban native in the city. We have to support those services.
We wouldn't have been able to do this work without the help of community. So folks like Food is Free Albuquerque really laying the groundwork by doing garden giveaways, Soilutions by making the connection to Food is Free Albuquerque, and they donated all of the soil to all of the garden giveaways we did, as well as CNM Fuse Makerspace. They're the folks that really helped us figure out how we were gonna build 50 boxes each time and how we're going to do it quickly and efficiently. Aaron Loudon from Acoma gave us our first seed donation, which was huge. They gave us seeds that we could share with community, and then really taught us a lot about the basics of food sovereignty and what that looks like in community, and how we can share out this knowledge. Of course, all of the youth councils that came together, none of these happened alone. It was all the work of many community partners and entities coming together. Thank you to First Nations Development Institute. They provided the funding that made all of this happen. So I'm just really, I have deep gratitude for everyone in community that came together to put this on and reach all of these people.